people, Newbie back again. Got a new camera mount, camera tripod here on the desk, so the camera angle's a little different. I'm looking more this way than I have been before, so gonna have to get used to that. The other thing you'll notice is that now the monitor that I watch is not directly behind the camera, it's over there. So when you see me not looking at you, I'm looking at the monitor to see what I'm showing. Anyway, speaking of showing, first of all, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, hit that little button down there in the corner. I've been doing this this in-scale layout now for less than a year, and one of the things I do is I get really enthusiastic about accomplishing something on the railroad. And so when I get into the train room, I just go at doing whatever I'm planning on doing that day or in that particular time. And one of the things that happens to me, I'm sure none of you have this problem, but I don't have a tendency to keep things very clean. In terms of, you know, if I cut off a piece of styrofoam or something and it falls on the floor, that's where it stays. I'm not often spending time sweeping and cleaning up. I'm okay. I'm not a neat person. All right, good. So anyway, but I finally got to the point where I've got this table that I've been working on, you know, doing engine design or engine work and, you know, cleaning engines and where I do the assembly of the kits and stuff like that and build the bridges and all that stuff. And the table I've been using is actually the card table in our rec room. And it has been a mess, a royal mess for, you know, the whole time of this project, really. And so I finally decided Donna kept bugging me about it, and so, you know, she even got to the point where she says, I'm not going down there, it's too messy. Go figure. You know, anyway, so I finally said, okay, I'm going to have to do something about it. So I started cleaning up that table. I've actually got a work table in the train room, and I've got a workbench in the train room on different sides of the room. And so I thought, okay, it's time to organize and move into that work table in the train room instead of using the card table. And so besides, you know, somebody may want to come over and play cards sometime. You know, we got this real nice poker table with green felt top and all that stuff. Anyway, neither here nor there. But what I started to say was that, so I decided, okay, one of the problems I have is I got hand tools all over the place. And I said, you know, I need to come up with something to organize these hand tools. And so I go into that website online where I buy stuff, and I was looking to see if I could find a hand tool organizer that I could put on the desk, and the cheapest thing I found that I really liked was like 16, 18, 20 bucks. Not a lot of money, but I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to spend that. And then I realized, hey, a lot of these things are 3D printed. I have a 3D printer. What am I even thinking here? So, look at what I printed. I fired up the 3D printer, and I don't know how well you can see this, but I printed this little tool holder. And yeah, it used up quite a bit of filament, and it printed. It took it about a day and a half to print, but okay. So now I can do stuff. I'm really pleased with that. I'm actually, you know, as you can see here, it's full, and so I'm actually about to make another one, and I'm just going hog wild with that 3D printer. That thing is working out well. But anyway, so today getting back to why we're here. Today we're going back to this look back time where we see where we've been and where we've come, and I'm doing episodes 20 through 25 today, just taking short snippets, little cuts from each one of the videos number 25 through 20 through 25, and 20 through 25, yeah, and showing you, so that if you haven't watched all the videos, here's all of them, or here's the next 5 put together. And so here we go. This area here, you know, I see I've got the road cut out in here, and I think that slope's okay. And my plan is that the road that comes up this way, that there'll be a little intersection, maybe a Y intersection here, so that the road coming over to the restaurant comes this way, and the road going on up that way goes that way. And this is good, and that's good. But the problem is right here, that's going to be way too steep. And I want to have room for this intersection here. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to rip out this piece here, and probably these two. And I'm going to have to start this grade, instead of starting it here, I'm going to have to start it back here somewhere. And I want to have a crossing and a road going up to the coal mine, of course. And so I'll probably run this up to about this level, right about here, and then have my I have a little intersection with a road going out and a crossover to the coal mine, and then that will reduce this particular grade right here. So then hopefully the grade from here on up will be gradual like that. But that's where we are. I think we've about got it all figured out now. Starting over here, you see the black lines that indicate basically where the road's going to go. And it's going to come up the mountainside there where that yellow car is. That's generally the slope, and then that slope will continue right up about to where it will have an intersection right in here somewhere. Of course, this will be a little lower. I want it down at this level. And then, so this slope will come on up, and then somewhere right about here, I'm guessing, we'll cross the railroad tracks, and then the road will go on up that rise up to the coal mine. And then you see the general slope that I've got cut there is the general idea of where the roadway will come on up the hill. There'll be a Y intersection right there. One road will come this way and go down to the little restaurant that, well, maybe you can't see it here. Down, camera down. There you go. And so the road will come down to there. And the other road will continue on up that mountain slope beside the sawmill, and then it'll go around the sawmill, and it will go on a bit of a little, that piece of foam that I've got there with the weight on it, waiting for the glue to dry. But that is there temporarily so that I can have some foam to cut. So I'll shape that so that the road will come around there behind the sawmill, and then it will elevate up to about where that bridge is, about that height, maybe a little lower than that, and then it will cross the river. The bridge will cross the river to a similar elevation on this side of the river, which I haven't got in yet. And so that's the general idea of the roadway. The roadway will then continue on behind buildings, or maybe in front of buildings, I don't know for sure, but it'll continue on across and go off the edge of the layout into the fascia there. So
that's the general plan. We're starting to do some work up here in the mountain area to get this resolved. Up here in the mountain area, you see I've finished here. Let me move this out of here. You see I cut in this area here. I've cut that down. I'm going to have a parking lot which will be basically in this area right here, so you know, trucks and stuff can get to that storage area there. But the road is going to come along here, and then it's going to turn down into that parking lot and then go up across the bridge. Of course, this is just a preliminary work to get that accomplished. And then of course the road is going to come around here and then down. Over here you see, once again, I modified my plan. I cut out, I've actually brought the slope even farther down. So now this is going to cut down through here, and so we're going to get to this level right about the end of this. So that's going to reduce that slope, and I glued that, but it doesn't seem like it glued down well, so I have to re-glue that. But anyway, so that's what's going on here. Getting to a final grading for the roads in here, making some progress. Hired a paving contractor to come in and pave the roads. Well, not really. As I said, I plan to use drywall compound, which I did. I cut out the roads, put drywall compound in the cutout areas. Actually, about 3 different coats of drywall compound, and then I covered up most everything, as you see here, because of dust. What do you think of this? I still haven't painted the lines on the roads, but I'll probably experiment with that a little bit tomorrow. I think I'm going to use an acrylic pen to do that, but I just could not resist putting buildings back on and even putting some traffic on in the main area here to see what it was going to look like. Here you see the bridge area coming in from basically from the north, where the road comes off the lane or off the layout, and you see over here we have a couple of industrial buildings, and that road that road may just end going off the layout there. I don't know. I haven't decided yet exactly what I'm going to do with that as it goes past the casket company there. On across the downtown area, all the way to the apartment complex on the other side of town there. And you see over here, you see the school, the church in the background, and of course that little Shell station over there. people, as you can see, we did some line painting on the roads. It didn't work quite as well as I had hoped, but you see here I've got the center lines painted to some degree, and I painted some crosswalks and stop bars for the intersections, and but you know, for now it's fine. As time goes on, I may get back around to redoing the lines, but for right now, that's where we are. Here you can see the other main street, and this side road that goes off to the east. In a lot of the areas, I just painted freehand instead of using a straight edge or something like that, because the paint just seemed to flow better or than it would when I was trying to move it against the straight edge. But I don't know, I guess, you know, for now, I think it's better than nothing. We finally got around to doing some contouring of the waterfall area. And you see that started with getting that final tunnel portal, the one on the far right over there, in place. And the bottom line is, it's looking halfway decent, I think. The whole idea is, you know, of course, this is just a preliminary design for what those rock surfaces is going to be. You see the waterfall will come down from that area right there and go straight down into the lagoon is the plan. And then of course the river will run off the edge of the table right there at that cut in the fascia. I'm starting today off with something very disappointing. Last video I showed you this little camera that I purchased that I'm thinking about doing a cab ride. Now, the thing about this camera, what made this camera so attractive to me is the size. As you know, my tunnel portals are all single track tunnel portals, so I need something narrow and short so that when I put it on a train car, it'll go through those single track tunnel portals. That fits. So that was why. Now, when I bought this, the way I searched for it was I was looking for high definition HD wireless cameras, and this came up, wireless Wi-Fi camera. And so I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. So I bought it. Well, come to find out that, yeah, it's wireless as long as you keep this USB cord plugged in to power it, because there's no onboard battery on this camera. Huh. My definition of wireless is a little different. Now, I went through every single one of the locomotives that I have, and I could not find a single locomotive with a plug for, or with a socket for a Wi-Fi connection. So, doesn't work. I can't use it. My cab ride idea is out the window. That's pretty disappointing, actually. I was thinking that was going to be great. So I got rid of all of those white and yellow lines that were just not done well. I've decided to try striping tape. I've got some ordered, should be here. Actually, I got one order, came in yesterday, and expecting the rest to come, but I'm going with 1/32 of an inch and 1/8 of an inch for the white, and 1/32 of an inch for the yellow. And so my plan is that I'll use the 1/8 of an inch, the wider, for the stop bars, and I'll use everything else for the crosswalks and the center lines. You see, we've got pretty much most of the waterfall area is completed. We're beginning to work on the other side walls of the mountain up there. We also did a little work over here on the road coming down from the mountain. That's all laid out now to where we can get that road in. You see where the road comes down now. It actually comes all the way down, or at least the grading for the road now comes all the way down to where we can connect with the streets there in the residential area. We had also got the roads begun in the residential area there around across the other bridge that we hadn't completed yet, and up toward the brewery, and you know, for what's going to be next to the brewery there is the little ice cream stand and the Denny's, and then the residential area. So progress being made. Now those lines look much better, even if I do have to say so myself. These, this is, like I say, I got some 1/32 inch yellow tape and just stretched it across there, and I think that looks much better. That will do. I've got 1/32 inch white tape on order. It has not come in yet. When that comes in, I'll finish up the white lines. I think most of you will agree that this looks much better. The other thing we got done today is we've continued with putting the plaster cloth up in the mountain area. We've still got a few areas to do there. I find it better to wait for a layer to dry before I add another one, so that's why you still see some pink showing there. And you see I've started coming on down this way as well, and we've got some cloth, some plaster done all the way around to basically where the brewery is going to be, and even over just to the beginning of the yard area. Still got a couple little areas I'm going to have to work around that bridge there.
Okay, so there you have it, and that's a review of parts 21 through 25, not 20 through 25 as I said before. Anyway, thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, I've run into a little snag in the train room, and that being my eyes. You know, I had that cataract surgery, and since then I see so much better. My long distance vision is better than it's been since I was in the 7th grade or earlier. But anyway, the problem I'm having is with close work, and so hold on. I got these cheater glasses that I'm using for reading now. I put them out on the end of my nose so that I can read. But anyway, what I started to say was that these don't work really as well for close work, and so because of that, I've had to step away from all the little bitty detail work that, guess what, that in-scale requires. And so I really haven't been doing that much with working on the train here. Got an appointment next week with the optometrist, and we'll get fitted with some new glasses that hopefully will give me a little better vision for close work, and so then I can get back out into the train room and do some more work there. But anyway, so that's where we are for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see what's going to happen.